Hello, Jasmine. How are you?
Hi, Joe. How are you?
I'm great. You?
I'm doing well as well. Thank you.
So let's talk especially about the game, about the season before. Like you played in União Sportiva, right?
Hmm. Yes.
Uh, let's go back to that season from 2013 and 2014. Okay,
Hmm.
to the cup, to the quarterfinal game when you where you played against Alges from Lisbon.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
guys won. But before that, in that season, you came back to play after 2 years stop. Am I right?
Yeah. I played in Coimbra my first year professionally with Olivais, and
Right.
then I went to Spain, and then I got into college coaching here in the States. And so I spent 2 years college coaching in the States, and then I decided that I wanted to play. And what was special to me about Sportiva today is when I decided that I wanted to play again, I knew that it was going to be really hard because I hadn't played for 2 years. So
For some,
someone was going to have faith.
what was the
Yeah.
feeling about it? So let me know a little bit about that feeling of coming back
It
and struggle.
it was, well, before even coming back, it was more who is going to even want me because I haven't played in 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
So whoever took me was going to have to hope I was in shape, hope that I could still play, and really take a big risk and give me a chance. And and then my agent told me that Sportiva called. So I was really nervous because I hadn't played competitively in 2 years, but I'd worked
Usually
really
that
hard to get in shape.
habits are different, right? So you
Yeah,
need
yeah, yeah.
on that routine. It's really hard for pro players to go out and then come back
Yeah.
like years after it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was really nervous about it because I didn't know, and I also, Joao at the time, he took a major chance with me, and so I,
yeah.
I
One
also, there
was
was a
the
part of me.
assistant coach or the main coach.
Joao was the head coach at the time.
Okay, so
So there
all
was
season.
just, yeah, so it was just Joao at the time. But I wanted to make him proud and not make him look crazy for taking someone who had been away from the game for two
For a
years.
good
So
athlete, you were going. That's the thought of a good athlete, though, not just a good
yeah,
player.
yeah, no, I was really worried, really worried.
Yeah. So that was their first season, União
Yeah.
Sportiva in the first league. Okay.
Hmm.
So what do you remember from that season? Like you were at the all tops on the rankings, on the stats. You were all of them. You were in the tops. After that, whole of that struggle on coming back, on the confidence, the motivation that you needed to have as an individual.
Yeah.
How do you feel about like your relationship with the club, like sports talking, of course. Like since you were in the top rankings, how is
Hmm.
that? It's great. Congratulations first, but it's great.
Thank you.
It's amazing to watch it. I watched it. So, what can you tell us? Like, it was a proud feeling, probably in the end of the season. How would you describe it?
Well, I think that what really helps an athlete, what really helped me was like I had support from not only Joao, I had support from my teammates. Some of us were really young. I'm still close with Sara and Sylvia, and I'm still close with them today, but I just had like a lot of support from them. So that really helped me. Like when I'm going to score 50 points in a night, I need to have support from my teammates
Of
so it
course,
won't seem
nobody does
selfish.
anything by herself. It's true. It's
Right.
true.
And so that was the biggest thing for me. Like I was laser focused on playing at my best because I knew that would help us win. Um, but the biggest thing was not even support from Joao and Ricardo and the team. It was from the entire island. Like when I
Yeah.
was there at the time, I would practice with the minis, and then I would practice with our under 16 team. Then I would practice with our team. Then I would practice with our men's team. So like for 5 hours a day, I was just at the gym practicing with somebody.
How it
So
is, right? That's how it
yeah,
is. That's hard work, and it paid off. It actually paid
thank
off.
you. Yeah, no, it was fun. It was really fun.
And about paying off, that's my next question. So after this season, you get to go to do the preseason in the WNBA. Which
Yeah.
team was it?
Atlanta. I was with the Dream.
Okay, yeah, Atlanta Dream. I was that experience. I mean, at least for us in Portugal, it's something that we actually need to ask you. You know, like
Yeah.
from your point of view, from an athlete to another one, just let me know
Yeah.
about the experience.
Well, I'm going to be blatantly honest with you. You probably won't hear this from many other athletes. One, it was an honor. Like that's what I was working towards. So it was cool to see like the hard work pay off, especially coming from Portugal, because a lot of people don't understand that like the Portuguese level is actually really high. A lot of good players have come through. Um, and so I feel like I was representing more than just myself. I was representing your country at the time. Um, it was hard. You know, when you get there, you start having to play politics. And
Yes.
so you only have 12 roster spots. You have 30 players trying to make the 12 spots, but you know 10 of them are guaranteed. So it was a lot of hard work. But I'm glad I got the opportunity to test my skills against the best in the world. Um,
Can you give us
I,
some names? Like, are them still playing in the WNBA?
yeah,
The
like
new,
Angel
the
McCautry was
known ones,
there.
you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
Angel McCautry was there. Jhasmin Thomas, who is the point guard for the Connecticut Sun,
like,
was there. Tiffany Hayes, who is an all-star, played in Poland last year. She plays for the Dream. She was there. Erica de Souza from Brazil played in the league for 10 years. She
she
was
was
there.
in
So
Perfumerias Avenida, like the
yeah,
EuroLeague team.
yeah,
Yeah,
she
she's doing a lot.
like
She just retired, I guess,
yeah, she
from
just retired recently. Yeah,
yeah, this
yeah,
season.
yeah. So really good players. Like it was fun. Hard, but it was fun.
Great. Um, okay, next season. So we're going this by dates. It's like
Yeah.
right next. You come to União Sportiva again just to
Mm-hmm.
play the playoff from
Yeah.
the 2014-2015 season.
Yeah.
Um, how you describe getting to that playoff, so to the final four, and then being a champ and plus the MVP award. How was that? So it was like 2 seasons, 2 years in a row, like amazing, always at the top level. How would you describe that final four and then winning that MVP award?
Well, the MVP award means absolutely nothing to me today. I honestly believe I left that trophy with João because what was more important to me was I felt like the year before I left and I had unfinished business. Like I owed the club more. And
Yeah.
so when I came back after Poland, there was no, I knew that I was winning a championship for that island. There was no, like, it was championship or failure to me.
That's mindset.
And
That's the mentality.
yeah, like
That's
that was literally like that. The island supported me from
yeah.
the kids all the way to João's parents. Like there was so much support from everyone in the club on the island, just everywhere, that I knew that they deserved it. And so when I came, I was willing to do whatever the club needed. And it was scary because at the time, Quita Wallace was there, and she's a great basketball player.
Yeah.
So a part of
I
me,
know her. I know her
Rosie,
personally.
Rosie was there at the
amazing.
time. Like,
Rosie,
yeah. So I was like, I'm here to do my job, whatever it is for you. And it was great because we embraced one another. And the mindset was the same. We're winning a championship this weekend, and then we are going home.
Everybody was on the same page.
Yeah,
Yes,
we really were.
Yeah.
It was cool because she's a great player in her own right. And so that's hard for her to just have someone who averaged 40 last year come back and expect to take the lion's share of the shots.
Final and
yeah. So the championship meant a lot more than the MVP award.
Yeah. So coming back to that cup game that we started talking about it. So it was the cup quarterfinals against Alger. Okay. So let me just do a recap here. Okay. So you guys were losing by 23 points, 5 minutes before the third quarter ends. We're coming. So and then the team ends up winning that game actually. So first thing, it's amazing, an amazing thing you guys do as a team. And plus, you score 45 points and that those 22 in the last 5 minutes of the third quarter. What do you remember from that game? Like, we know the facts. I mean, in the stats, I can tell you, I was just watching like 5 minutes ago, and it was like the team scores 39 together and you score 45 by yourself. Okay, girl, there's something here. 43 evaluation on the MVP uh, formula. But what
Yeah.
do you? This is numbers. Everybody that plays
Yeah.
basketball, watches basketball, and likes to watch basketball, yeah, you can watch the numbers. But sometimes players do numbers and not be seen, or
Yeah.
players that are seen but they're not that good players, but they have the ability to score. But from a player that has that, after listening to you, I just know that you have everything. You have both. So as a player and as a person, how would you remember that game and let us know about it
You
before we
know,
watch it after this?
I just, when we went down to winning, I was just like, okay, as a team, we're better than this. Also, I'm kind of embarrassed because this is bad.
23, 23. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. I know.
it's like it was.
I've been
It's like
there. I've been there too.
I knew it could get closer, but when it started going, like I think we could all feel each other's energy. So like at one point, I was like, I mean, we could lose, but I'm not losing this way.
Yeah,
And it's one thing to feel that myself. It's another thing to also feel that from your teammates. So, I kind of changed my attitude and my mentality, like this isn't happening this way. And then I could feel everyone else saying, all right, I'm with you. Like, yeah, we're not
yeah.
doing this
Gotcha.
tonight. And
Yeah,
so
here we go.
together, I think we all, now when it was time to make a big shot, my teammates got me the ball in the right situations, and we called the right stuff. But I think it was just a collective mentality more than anything of like, we didn't come here to embarrass ourselves. Like we don't, I'm not getting embarrassed tonight. And
It's a
so it
win
didn't
or
even
go
feel
home
like
game.
scoring.
Plus,
Yeah,
plus that. Yeah.
it didn't even feel like 20 points in a row. It felt like a boxing match. Like
Like,
we need to back them into a corner and keep fighting. And the end result was great, but it was a collective mentality more than an effort to represent our team and our club and the island.
yeah, that's the feeling of a great person and a great pro player for sure. So it was this short, and you let us know about almost the biggest points that a pro athlete must have,
Yeah.
uh, and you embrace the game, and you feel good about it, and
Yeah.
the the end of it, the plan was definitely how do I say it? The plan was definitely done. You feel that
Yeah.
you have done everything that you could
Yeah.
in the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I achieved everything. Like, cause I think that, the cup was like one of the beginning steps of making Sportiva a powerhouse. So like that year, it was like, okay, we're here. Like, it's not just me. Like our coach is good. Our club is good. Our players are good. Then when I came back the next year, it was like, yeah, last year that this is exactly where we're supposed to be based on what last year wasn't a fluke. Like we
It
meant
was
that.
like like
Yeah,
our
it was,
career. It's a
yeah,
process, so it's
it
a
was a part of
process
the
inside the
process.
process.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I believed in it. I knew, like when I went back, my body was exhausted from being in Poland, but I knew like this is a part of my and in hindsight, that was the first championship I won in Europe. I think the following year I won a cup in Poland, but that was not only for the club, but for me, that was a part of my process. So it was fun, like I love Portugal, like everything about the culture,
And
the
the island
people,
is
the
beautiful,
players.
isn't it?
Oh my God.
I knew it this season. It's amazing.
Yeah. How long have you
So
been there?
just this season,
Okay.
and
Where are
it
you
ended
from?
shortly. I'm from Porto,
From Porto. Okay.
from the north. Yeah, from
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
north.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I played Interstate already too,
Okay.
like 5 years ago. Then I went to
Yeah.
Spain, England. Now I'm back to Portugal.
Yeah.
I was sure we were almost being champs, but no,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
virus didn't let us finish it.
Yeah.
So more than an interview and a talk about basketball and about the game, it was a message that you can pass to all athletes and all the persons that are connected to basketball anyways. So thank you once again for your availability and to trust my words and my guidance in this interview. And I wish you all the luck in the world. And I'm almost sure we're gonna talk again because I really
Yeah.
like to talk to you.
Hey, no, here's the biggest thing. Make sure you go back next year and you finish the job. This
Got
year
you.
you're on your way. It's a part of the process. Next
It
year
doesn't
you win a
depend only
championship.
on me, but you're always listening.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
I'll let you know here. I'll let you know here. If I come back next year, I will make the job done.
Okay. That's good. I'll be watching.
Thank you, girl, once again.
Thanks, Joe.
Bye.